Welcome back, sweet friends. Welcome back to another video. My name is Tawanda and this is Tawanda's Blessed Life. And today I have 3 really quick and easy Halloween DIYs for you all today. So we're going to go ahead and jump into today's video. I hope you all enjoy. For this DIY, I have this birdhouse. It came from Joann's at their liquidation sale. And then I have some tumbling tire blocks. I have some orange paint, some black chalk paint, and then I also have some of the cottage white paint. I have these transfers from Dollar Tree that I've had for some years now. And so what I did was I went ahead and painted my birdhouse. So I gave it a coat of the cottage white paint, and then I painted the roof, and I attached 3 tumbling tire blocks, and I painted those with the orange and black paint combination. So I mixed the orange paint with a little bit of the black paint. And then I went ahead and painted my roof and then my tumbling tire blocks. And then I took the tumbling tire blocks and I glued those to the birdhouse so that it will be able to stand. So here I am cutting out a section of the rub-on transfer, excuse me. So the part that says trick or treat, I went ahead and cut that out first because I wanted to place it at the top of my birdhouse. So there it is. I think that is so cute. And then I'm going to take some of that same paint that I mixed, the orange and the black paint that I mixed together. I'm going to put a little bit of water on it, and I'm going to water it down, and I'm going to use it as a stain to stain my birdhouse with it. So you'll see me here doing that here shortly. And then after I finished that, I went ahead and wiped it back some, and then I'm going to take that whole transfer sheet and place it on top of my birdhouse, and I'm going to transfer the whole sheet to the birdhouse. Before I did that, sorry, I used the brown Sharpie to kind of try and create the look of a pumpkin, and I didn't do that great of a job, but it's okay. So after I did that, I went back. I probably should have used my paint marker. I think it would have looked a lot better. So after I did that, I'm going to go ahead and sand it down some because I don't want it to look, I want it to look old and faded. It's the look that I'm kind of going for. And then I am going to add a little bit more of my paint stain. And then I'm going to dry it and then add my rub-on transfers. So I am actually making these DIYs for my husband. He sent me a picture of something that he saw online, and I was like, oh, I'll make those for him. But when I started making this DIY, I actually did not, I didn't look at the, I looked at the pictures, but I kind of just did my own thing. So it looks nothing like what he sent me, but I do have one that looks similar to one of the items that he sent me. So I will insert a picture of that one when we get to that DIY. But if you are new to my channel, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. And if you're already subscribed, thank you for continuing to support my channel. I really do appreciate it. My name is Tawanda and this is Tawanda's Blessed Life. And on my channel, I do decorating on a budget, DIYs and hauls with a sprinkle of migraine enlightenment. I also do sister dog updates and lifestyle updates. So if that is something that you are interested in, go ahead and hit the subscribe button to join my YouTube family. I would greatly appreciate it. And so after I have all of my pictures transferred, my rub-on transfers transferred onto my birdhouse, I decided after looking at it, I was like, I like it, but I feel like it's missing something. So the next morning when I got up, I was still looking at it and I'm just like, it just needs something else. I remembered that I had that skeleton head here that I took off of another item from Dollar Tree. And so I'm just going to hot glue that to the front of my birdhouse. And that is going to be it. I love the way this turned out. So you'll have to let me know what you think. My husband loves these DIYs. Okay, so for this DIY, I'm going to go ahead and just apologize ahead of time because it is going to be a little bit out of order. So here I have a frame from Dollar Tree that I went ahead and painted black with the black chalk paint. I have some distress oxide. I have this plate here that I'm going to use to create this light up face. I have an old folder that I'm going to be using, and then I have a printout of The Raven, the poem by Edgar Allan Poe, excuse me. And so I'm going to just use my glue stick, and I am going to attach the poem, excuse me, I can't get my words out, to the folder, just so that it will it will be thick enough to sit into the frame, because the frame does not have glass in it. So I'm going to go ahead and place the poem into my frame, and this is what it's currently looking like. And then I'm going to take some of my distress oxide, and I am just going to just apply it all over my picture. And then once I have that complete, I'm going to go ahead and just show you all the video of me making the the light up part of the DIY. So this plate here, I was trying to find my plates and I couldn't find them. And I remember that I had a plate that I used for a DIY. I believe it was like when I first started my channel, when I did a Halloween DIY. So I went ahead and tore that plate off of that DIY. And then I cut the picture out. And the plate did have lights on it, but the picture was not cut out. So I went ahead and cut the picture out, and then I did have to add a couple more holes for some areas that did not have holes where I wanted the lights to shine. And then I took the second plate and placed it on top of the first plate, just to cover the lights. So you'll see me here doing that here shortly. But so this will actually be the third DIY that I've used this plate on, this particular plate. Originally I was that first DIY, and then I was actually doing another DIY, and I decided I didn't like it in the middle of me doing it, which is how I ended up doing this DIY. So I'm just going to be adding those lights back, but I'm just also going to be adding them into some areas where I didn't have them to begin with. And then I'm going to, like I said, take the second plate that I cut out also. I'm going to hot glue those two plates together, and then I am going to place it onto my frame. Hot glued everything together, and then all I'm going to do is I'm just trying to make sure that it's going to sit flat. So I'm going to take a couple of the tumbling tire blocks to make sure that it's going to be sitting flat on my picture frame. I'm just going to use my Sharpie to cover the areas of the tumbling block that you'll see, just making it look black so it all looks cohesive. And then I'm going to hot glue it all together, and I'm going to just take some tape and tape the battery pack of the light to the back of the picture frame. And that is going to be it for this DIY. I absolutely love the way it turned out. So you'll have to let me know what you think about this DIY. So for this DIY, I went ahead and inserted the picture of the birdhouse that my husband sent me. And so I am going to I have another birdhouse. I went ahead and painted it also with the cottage white paint. I painted the roof black. And then I have that little house that came off of the transfers from Dollar Tree. I went ahead and cut that out. And so what I am doing here, I cut out some moon shape for the eyes. I guess they're moon shaped. I cut those out from just some scrap paper and then painted the paper black. And so I'm placing them where I want them on my birdhouse. And then I'm going to take the black Sharpie here and I'm just going to draw some lines like it had in the on the dupe that I'm doing. And so, or the inspiration picture. I'm going to take my sanding paper and I'm just going to start to rough up the lines. And then I'm using some of my black paint marker to draw some more lines. After my lines are drawn, I'm going to go ahead and start to hot glue my excuse me, not my craft sticks. I'm going to hot glue my tumbling tire blocks to the front and to the back of the birdhouse. So I'm going to use some Mod Podge to attach my moon-shaped eyes and my nose. I'm going to go ahead and get those attached to my birdhouse, and I'm going to let them sit for a little bit. And then I'm going to come back and draw my mouth. And I'm just going to use my Sharpie to do that. So this is what it is currently looking like, and I think it is so cute. So here I have my little rub-on transfer from Dollar Tree, and I am going to go ahead and just rub that on, and then I'm going to add my mouth or draw my mouth onto my, I'm just going to call this a pumpkin birdhouse. I'm not really sure what to call this, or maybe it's just a shelf sitter. You'll have to let me know what you think. So I'm going to go ahead and get that rubbed on. I think it is so cute. And then here I am going to go ahead and draw my mouth on. And then that's going to be it for what I currently did. And then the next day, again, me overthinking everything and looking at it, I'm like, it still needs something. I like the black and white of it, but I felt like it needed a little bit of color. And so I took the orange paint and I mixed it with a little bit of black paint, and then I went over the roof and also the tumbling tire blocks. So this is what it's currently looking like, and here it is. I think it's so cute. And so I'm going to sand it down some. So when I was sanding this down some, I don't know what happened, but I got like a lot of scratches on the roof, and so I went ahead and just added the orange paint, and you could see where it had the scratches. So I had to go back over it with some black paint, and then I added some more of the orange paint just to give it, to clean it up some. But I really love the way that this turned out. So you'll have to let me know what you think about this DIY. And that is going to be it for today's video. I would like to thank you all for spending part of your day with me. And if you like what I am doing, please like, share, and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. And like I always say, be nicer, be kinder. God will love you for it. And I hope you have a blessed day. And I will see you on Sunday. Goodbye.